Bibia Ajo Mawakwaba Fambra Cstv News at 24 so emrena so say in summer intregu ewo maimu apomodin enigedie amanone anafin so efisem enso eka ho ayede ba beso mu se kase na yinsem no yenhwe naposo ni bi Aswafo hwe sika sem eso doctor Toba Force Ndrada okopie mu ewo mrahye bedwem na ode 2025 budget ni etudwa na ochre se ade so mo de sika she get fund mu se ne be ya free SHS no ebetimi ahye mu kina wosan insem kroya mu na ode etudwa se ade so mo tasika ede ba beboa apomodin insit apomodin asweye elhonu Saranso na ode etu edwase eye atorenchema esiye nanwada ewo eye ketuno yade so mu disika ekoho na maboa amanfo awo ho weni insem hodo a wo bete ewa kasie mu minso amagepini amede eso medin ede mame ama bafua ejumekuo bi ana asoya sna yede kasie eso yep decoration Sarah's Dream Jewelries treat by Manel KS Rafimes Co Limited, Rema Ushering Agency, Silas Sweet Tom Brown, Amesal Block Machinery and Block Manufacturing, and also Yasna Yede Kase Esum. Nameka will sell Koyabe Fidetin Time Eswa, Facebook no CSTVGH, Saranso and a YouTube no CSTVGH. Oko honoma like share afenso for adwen trenso etu edwa emrempam ne yebekin kan ni na ede ama oko YouTube a yesre so obe subscribe ede ama yese ne be ya ne bibie yede beto onso obenya bi akenkan ahwe ewo ho se ne be ya bibia nso ebeto na kwemu ye gina nsen we so ne ye twa ye hosima ye ba ye de nkyeremu ebeso mu Enrada enoswafo a wo hwe sika sem so Dr. Atoba Forcing ekopie mu ewo mrahye bedwafi a wode 2025 budget no etu edwa na ochre mu se ade so mu de sika share get for mu se ne be ya free SHS no obetimi ahye mu kina CSTV etu aso.
The overarching concern about free secondary education has been its quality and the absence of a dedicated sources of funding. His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama has resolved the funding challenges by uncapping the GET fund. Mr. Speaker, this makes available dedicated funding for full financing of free senior secondary school education and free tertiary education for persons with disability. Mr. Speaker, therefore, Capping and Realignment Act will be amended to uncap the Ghana Education Trust Fund. Mr. Speaker, this year, the budget for free senior secondary school education program is 3.5 billion Ghana cedis. By uncapping the GET fund, we will be making available an additional 4.1 billion Ghana cedis, specifically for financing free secondary education programs and other related expenditures. Mr. Speaker, aside the uncapping of GET fund, we have also absorbed the debt service made up of interest and principal from the Dutch bond that get
Enrada wo mrashe bejen wa bra oswafo a ohwe yesikasem eso Dr. Kese wato forcing de yesikasem ho ntotoye a yedi bedi dwuma no eto edwa na o kyeremu se ade se omotwasika be yese 9.93 Ghana cedis a omode ba beboa apomodin insi echi ba no.
Mr. Speaker, we have uncapped the National Health Insurance Levy. Mr. Speaker, we have uncapped the National Health Insurance Levy. An amount of about 10 billion Ghana cedis has been programmed for the National Health Insurance Scheme. And this amount is expected to be used for the following: claim payments, essential medicine, vaccine payment, free primary health care, the Ghana Medical Care Trust, Mr. Speaker, and bridging the USAID financing shortfall. Mr. Speaker, in the year 2025, government will continue to implement reforms and increase budgetary allocation to enhance the implementation of 4 targeted social protection programs.
Was our budget one now or day to just say ade say aban sika ama Ministry of Works and Housing say one for emboa Ketu South atorenchen mu a eto one enam tidal waves a man ho me so was a bia ho
4% of GDP.
Speaker.
4% of GDP. So, Speaker, not less non-oil rate GDP growth of at least 4.8% of GDP.
Despite our commitment to increase the non-oil tax revenue by 0.6%, we have programmed the following nuisance taxes for removal.
4% of GDP. So, Speaker, not less non-oil rate GDP growth of at least 4.8% of GDP. Mr. Speaker, end period inflation rate of 11.9%. Mr. Speaker, primary balance on commitment basis of a surplus of 1.5% of GDP. Mr. Speaker, gross international reserves, including oil funds and encumbered assets, to cover not more than a minimum of 3 months of imports. The government will implement a number of measures to complement the Bank of Ghana and monetary authority.
Was ansem kreyemu na ochiremu said taxes ahodo anache say eda ye niema eso no ebi eti say e-levy betting tax no ade say omahwe eyi edi efri eho.
Speaker, despite our commitment to increase the non-oil tax revenue by 0.6%, we have programmed the following nuisance taxes for removal in line with our manifesto promise. Mr. Speaker, we will abolish the 10% withholding tax on betting. We will abolish the electronic transfer levy, e-levy of 1%. We will abolish the emission levy, otherwise as a Wusie tax. We will abolish the VAT on motor vehicle insurance policy. Mr. Speaker, we will abolish the 1.5% withholding tax on unprocessed gold by small-scale miners. The removal of these taxes will ease the burden on households and improve their disposable incomes. In addition, it will support business growth and improve tax compliance. Mr. Speaker, Right Honorable Speaker, the tax refund account has been abused in recent years. In the last 8 years, a study revealed that 29.1 billion Ghana cedis had accrued to the tax refund account.
Wabra eye oswafo a wo hwe yesikasem eso the 2025 budget no etudwa ewo mrache bedwe awodi ewieye emu enadon kuma omo kane swafo a wo hwe yesikasem eso Dr. Mohammed Amim Adam ono so ekasa na wo chire mu se taxes ahodo a aban NDC aban akase weyi efri honom no o se amanfo eni NG bebre esanse de ho eba Ara husema ebeto dwa se abrantie bi a wenya mfie eduonu enan a yede efre no junior ade se abonefo bi akọ dem akọ kokuna eno so aye bibia ewo ho na ade se yede abetu edwa se wabra abrantie yetimi eku no anase yeje ne nkwa efre ne sem na woda ne mpaso a kyerese abonefo bi eto hye ne so a ekoku no ya insense bi na odanseni no de etu edwa
nti ano pe mo shop am ye adwuma na nya ko boy no ne adwuma ne say wa fle na won fa na me mra fie me de na me check we so ho nti me ba ya me dura ne ya ka ke do no a esi wa bonte nti me de me say abonte de bia okọ adwuma nti me kwa na bi sa ka me say me mra nechi ti be do ni mpama ya wansa na sent am ti dey sent we dey and what na be ma so tia so me say fine so na me say dey we dey ni tia so me flare boy no say we dey o mla na de me hu no ni ko pe police wono me bukuru ni na me ni nyina akoye case ye koye case ni we ya de be bu na say o mo twa na kon ni mirim de solidity party chire na no ni ma chire ni na ni say gere bu na chi nobody na sense na or down personally teacher for 23-24 di obenya
Yanjina Ara Hussein we so na yentwa ye hosima ye ba ye de dwedie mu nsem so ebeto aso
Company Limited. So we pay blocks machines here eye papa. Na ne bonso esan eda form dia. Enye na enwani Ansel Company Limited. Ye were conveyor blocks machines, hydraulic blocks machines, pallets, any blocks machines in one accessories nyina. And na fe so blocks machines ahodro wo peni nyina bi so ewo ho. Hwehwe ye kira kwan ene ya. Ye was Spinters Road 18 Junction. Ye ni KFC dan no na edi hwe ni mu. Freye, it was 05,240 and I say 0540-725850. Amstel blocks machines papa pa efie.
Yamamu akwa babio nedu so edwedie mu ensem na sikasem so afo kese wato forcing de atu edwase aban no de botaye ayebema yesikasem akoso ayebetimi ejina 11.9% wo 2025 afiwe mu a wa kire ss abotai ade se betre ama yatena nkoso mu pa insense bi na ode etu edwa
GDP growth of at least 4% of GDP. So, Speaker, not less non-oil rate GDP growth of at least 4.8% of GDP. Mr. Speaker, end period inflation rate of 11.9%. So, Speaker, primary balance on commitment basis of a surplus of 1.5% of GDP. So, gross international reserves, including oil funds and encumbered assets, to cover not more than a minimum of 3 months of import. Inflation. Government will implement a number of measures to complement the Bank of Ghana and monetary authorities So, Speaker, the measures to stabilize the exchange rate include the following. We will be establishing the Ghana Gold Board to enhance the generation of accumulation of forex to support the stability of the Ghana cedi. The Bank of Ghana will continue to implement its FX forward auction to support the stability of the Ghana cedi. Strong fiscal consolidation through the reduction in public sector spending and the fiscal deficit will reduce the pressure on the exchange rate. And our import substitution drive under the 24-hour economy involving domestic production of key products originally imported will reduce import and related FX requirements, boding well for FX stability.
Asoya wa ehwe amanone nsɛmsoɔ ene regional integration ahye sɛ ɛyɛ match ɛyɛ obenim ne bosme da ɛbɛtɔ so edu enson wafimpinu ni eduonu enum no ayade sɛ omotwa ato sɛ ankrankra biara wo ɛyɛ diplomatic and service passport no a wɔde etu ɛkwan na wɔ sɛ wɔ san ɛde saa passport no etimi eba na eye January opepon ne bosome da na etoso edu enum wafimpinu ni eduonu enum no na asoye no ehwe ye se akwantutu mi krata eka no ebe ya ewo se omode eba se ne ebe ya obetimi aye nhwehwemu ewo ho na wo kyeremu a imprempren aban na ewo so no ade se abanda da kyerese wokoye no yede eye nkrata yi bi ema omo ana omo wo na so eye no ntino wo srese nkrofo anase ministers a omo wo sa nkrata ni bi no ebetimi ede sa nkrata no aba won aso eye afen so wo kyeremu a nipa beye se 404 ene 387 anatrese sa passport no aka wo omo enchen na wo kyeremu a se wo a wonim na wamfa sa card no anase passport no amba no ade se imra ene wo ebedi anase wo betwa nkrata ne mu a untimi empo enko amanone enkodi niema anase bibia anase ade a okọ amanone a obetimi akwa akoye ewo hono Niedu so amanone ensem na inipa beye se edu emiensa na afamu atoa nananom ewa insiedo na misubrani bi a etoye nanu fiada na so ema nipa beye bebre nipa beye se edu miensa na atoa nananom ewa insiede ewa Argentina mai ni mu na eno na twese impenifuo ekyeremu a ekwanye etutu ene insoyira efa kroni so nyina no tinu ayade se wa ma amanfo wona wo ho ekaye no asesa wo niema nyina edi efri ho sene ebe ya obetimi ayensisie ewo honum na no ana omo aban ahye atu ho se ayade se nkrofo anasa amanfo atimemufo wo ho no obetimi asesa wo niema edi efri ho sene ebe ya akwan na asese na niema na asese no obetimi ahwe na waye ni yi Oil tanker ni cargo ship edi eshia ewo North Sea na no edwada ni mre anipa beye se eduasa de nyame cha de o ma timi aje won kwana nipa ba kwa na wo ka ho de ade se wayera ye hu ne twira kwan bia Inipa beye se eduasa na wetimi aje won efre oil tanker ni cargo vessel edi eshia wo North Sea na no edwada enimre wo coast of East Shera na manbo etrem Stena Immaculate no US flagged oil and chemical tanker no na efre Greek sport ebesi akɔho and na afi Solon and also na a Portuguese frigate container vessel etimi efa enipa beye say impem nkron ahenu 9,500 tons of cargo yeah and also a free a Scottish port wa Grangemouth ekɔ Rotterdam wa Netherlands maimu kodi eshiama eja etimi eto mu nyamincha de otimi eboa eye nipa dodo na efremu ya nipa baako ana owo Solon no etimi ayera yenjira rehusen wenso na yetwa ye hosima ye ba ye de nije die mu nsenso ebeto aso Unfortunately, yes, got some so I can kind. I will Rashe be fear and natural. So all the to just say, you see, dear, say betting tax no, were ye a free hole. Nanu echi edna. Oswafu anase kane swafu ano ohwe yesika sem eso Mohammed Amim Adam enso ede betu edwan se eye sansem na tax betting tax na oswafu yi akan ade se omo abreso anase omo penso no ade se na sa betting we no enheda enkoso ewo ho enumu na trese dancehall artist Charles ni ama Shatawale enso atra egu ni social media platforms enso awa trebu ese ade se papa ensan bebre a wo kan e wo se omanano eye din ewo ho enumu enso na watro enwon wewili enjon fufuro kra a etie da so eye betting tax area hase na mremama ya kwan na ye de kasie ni na AC Celeste Sweet Tom Brown Omo eye Kaswa Brigade obetimi afre one was 0546 196319 Amase Block Machinery and Block Manufacturing Omo Spinters opposite KFC afe Yab Decoration omo Mataheku Catholic Roman School Omoso betimi afre one metro face so 054 651 7823 Sarah's Dream Jewelries Omo Kaneshi Asafuache Street obetimi so afre 02007 98226 Treat by Manel Omo Labadi Wireless Road KS Wafime School Limited Omonso Amu Dansuman Ubetimi so afre one ewo 059 7237 645 Ana says 020 7421 051 Rema Ushering Agency Amu Kaswa Brigade Ubetimi so anya one Wahuma True Face so 0546 196319 Jumekuwe na aso yasna yede kasie esom niedu so yemfa birthday wish bi entwem ewo ho we happy birthday sonko enkoma root esi eduwa awowo Tabora number 6 on Rhodes guest house and edi enimhwe ebusiafo say happy birthday pa kese pa enko emfa ema nyame enhira wo papa ye nyame ya aduma o kyenso eyama wo da ye gina nse wenso na ye de kase ni na esimi ameji penie me de kase yeso me di ede ma me ama bafua ye besan yehia